Fox Sports.
We are Black Hawks. We are Prime Ticket.
It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Prime Ticket presents the Dodgers as they take on the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Thursday evening to you, wherever you may be. Giants and Dodgers in their 9th meeting of the year. They've split the previous 8, and with the Giants winning last night, they climbed into first place, a half a game in front of Colorado. The Dodgers, lingering back at 4, suffered yet another physical blow to the team. Vicente Padilla has had to go on the DL. The Dodgers have called up Ramon Troncoso. The pitchers for tonight, as if they didn't have enough bad luck, Chad Billingsley, who pitched a one-hitter and lost on an unearned run, he'll be on the mound for the Dodgers. And for the Giants, somebody else looking for a break, Madison Bumgarner, he is 0-6. We'll get to the ball game. We'll have it all coming up for you right after this. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. And by your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford.
Minutes away from first pitch here at the Ravine, Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers with Steve Lyons and Patrick O'Neill. It's going to be a Hyundai keys to the game, and it has to be pitching because both these guys don't get any run support at all.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't cry for the Dodger pitching staff. They've been doing a great job, especially when you look at Chad Billingsley. He's had 4 no decisions this year, and he's had coming off of back-to-back losses. But I wouldn't change a darn thing that he's doing. He's throwing the ball very, very well. As far as Matty Bumgarner is concerned, not the same guy we saw in the World Series last year. He's 0-6, but if he wants to take any solace there, Paul Maholm has 6 losses, so does Dustin Mosley, so he's not alone on that loss side of things. And when you look at the rest of the Dodger pitching staff, you're talking about the entire back half of the rotation pretty much on the DL when you look at Padilla, Broxton, and Quo, and they're still pretty much getting the job done. If the offense would score them some runs, they would win some games.
Matt Kemp's success against Bumgarner. Can he homer in 3 straight games? It was a great game last night between these two. Yeah, just hoping for a different outcome tonight.
Ticket is brought to you by Hyundai, introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-in Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By Shakey's, win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. By CarMax, now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by AT&T. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Thursday evening to you, wherever you may be. We're at Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers take the field right now to conclude a very brief 2-game series. It'll also be the 9th meeting of the year between the two teams, and they have split the previous 8. For the Dodgers, after tonight's game, they will fly all night to fly to Chicago to play the White Sox on the weekend, then make the trip to Texas to play Houston. They will have a day off on the 26th to rest up and then play at home against Florida and Colorado before going back out on the road again. For the Giants and Bruce Bochy and his club, when they finish tonight, they will go home and open up the interleague play with Oakland. For the Giants in first place right now by a half a game. Here's Bruce's lineup. Andres Torres in center, followed by Freddie Sanchez at second. Aubrey Huff at first. Buster Posey hits clean up behind the plate. Nate Shearholtz in right field. Cody Ross, last night's hero, in left field. Mike Fontenot at short. The veteran Miguel Tejada at third. And Madison Bumgarner on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Chad Billingsley. He has a record of 2-3. He beat the Giants earlier this year, the 1st of April. He went 6 and won it 4-3. And he is 7-3 lifetime against San Francisco. The 26-year-old, by the way, has always pitched well during his career in the month of May. His earned run average in the merry month would be 2.5. And he's limited opposing hitters during May to a 215 batting average. So we'll see as he takes the mound tonight. He'll face Andres Torres, Freddie Sanchez, and then Aubrey Huff. So Billingsley ready to go to work. Andres Torres, a switch hitter, doesn't do much hitting right-handed. He's 0 for 8. But left-handed, not bad at all, hitting .364. So Andres out of Puerto Rico, and Billingsley ready and delivers a pitch low, ball 1. 1-0. Torres 5'10", about 190. He has 1 home run, 3 RBIs, but he's batting .308. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Torres takes a look, and that's low, ball 2, 2-0. Torres, should he get aboard, is 2 for 2 in stolen bases. He has a couple of bunts, 3 bunt singles, so they have to watch him. The 2-0 pitch on the way, a look for a strike. Pitch on the outside corner, and the count 2-1. He was really a track star as a kid, developed sprinter speed, and finally learned to switch hit in Miami-Dade Community College. Swings, grounds it foul outside of first, and the count 2-2. Torres, a track star in high school, and didn't really play any baseball until pretty late in his young career. He was drafted by the Tigers in 1998. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Torres whacks it foul outside of first, though it's still 2-2. For Chad Billingsley going up against Andres Torres. Torres hitting .235 against him in the past. Billingsley, a long look in to get a sign from Barajas. Outfield just about straight away. Maybe Matt Kemp a few strides off dead center. So Torres waiting. He has 3 bunt singles, but he has 2 strikes on him. And the 2-2 pitch foul the other way off third, out of play. Andres Torres began his professional career in 1999. So he's 33 years old. Hitting back of him is Freddie Sanchez. Andres waiting, 2-2 the count. Billingsley ready and delivers, and it's on the inside corner, strike 3 called. He locked up Torres, making a perfect pitch, and we have 1 out. Let's take a look now at the Dodgers with the leather. They shape up with Sands, Kemp, and Ethier in the outfield. In the infield of Uribe, Carroll, Castro, and Mitchell. Behind the plate, Rod Barajas handling Chad Billingsley. So 1 away, and here's Freddie Sanchez. Born in Hollywood, lives in Burbank, went to Burbank High, and of course the big accomplishment, winning the National League batting crown. Freddie takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Sanchez hitting .276. Right-hand batter. Billingsley into the windup, comes right back. Big breaking ball off the plate. 1-1 to count to Freddie. Boy, I can just hear him talking to his grandchildren someday about the year he won the batting crown in 2006. The 1-1 pitch is low. He was playing for the Pirates, so his name is now written in the book, along with people like Honus Wagner, Paul Wainer, Roberto Clemente, and Freddie Sanchez. 2-1 pitch. Freddie's 5'10" and is in constant motion up there. Takes low. Ball 3. 3-1. By the way, the Rockies put the heat on the Giants. The Rockies polished off the Phillies, or maybe I ought to say Jason Giambi polished off the Phillies to put heat on Bochy. 7-1. 3-1 pitch to Sanchez, hit in the air, back of first, down the line. A trio of Dodgers. Ethier comes over, but it's in the stand, and the count goes 3-2. So that'll give us a moment to tell you about it. Jason Giambi homered in his first 3 at-bats in Philadelphia, driving in all 7 runs for the Rockies. And the first 2 came against Phil's spot starter, Kyle Kendrick. In his last 2 at-bats, Giambi struck out, but he had done the job. So for the moment, the Rockies are tied for first with the Giants. 3-2 pitch to Freddie Sanchez. Swung on a one-hopper, speared by Jamie Carroll, and throws him out. So Sanchez a one-hopper to short. And we have 2 down in the first inning. And Aubrey Huff will be coming up. Aubrey Huff had a lot of trouble when he was playing in right field. More at home at first base. Although he did have a questionable play last night. The slow ground ball by James Loney. I think most observers feel he should have made the play instead of going to the bag. He takes a strike. That ground ball then went through and tied up the game, only to have the Dodgers lose it. And Matt Cain did not get a win. 0-1 the count to Aubrey Huff. The next pitch on the hands, pulled foul outside of first, and a new bat will be required. When Aubrey Huff was about 9 years old, he told his mom he wanted a batting cage so someday he could become a big leaguer. And you can imagine she worked hard, came up with $2,500 for the cage, set it up in the backyard. Then she went out, got some more money, and bought a pitching machine. And it has certainly paid off for her and for her son. So Huff, big left-hand batter. 0-2 the count. Billingsley ready, over the top with a fastball high. Aubrey Huff will make it go over the top. Billingsley trying to get a high strike. Huff is 6'4" and 230. 1-2 the count to Aubrey Huff out of the University of Miami. And the next pitch in there, strike 3 call. Huff taking a fastball right down the middle, so he had to be guessing. So down go the Giants. 2 strikeouts for Billingsley, and at the end of half an inning, no score. Chad Billingsley used 17 pitches, striking out 2 of the 3. We'll take a look now at the Dodger lineup, and it shapes up this way. Jamie Carroll at short, Juan Castro at second, Andre Ethier in right field, and Matt Kemp hitting cleanup in center. Juan Uribe is at third. Rod Barajas, the catcher. Jerry Sands in left field. Russ Mitchell gets a chance at first. And you have Chad Billingsley on the mound. On the mound for the Giants, a tough luck pitcher, Madison Bumgarner, out of North Carolina. He's been getting a little more than 2 runs per start during the time he's in the game, looking for his first win of the year. And Jamie Carroll looks at a strike, and the count 0-1. He's lost 3 games where he's pitched at least 6 innings and allowed 3 earned runs or less. So that 0-6 mark is certainly deceptive. The left-handed strike 1 pitch is fouled away. 0-2 the count to Jamie, who's hitting .308. Carroll getting that foul ball on the foot, though he's walking it off. Bumgarner stands 6'4" and 220. He's 21 years old. That's another factor to enter into it. He'll be 22 the 1st of August. Signed as a #1 pick 4 years ago out of Hudson, North Carolina, a town they tell me of about 2,800, maybe 90 minutes northwest of Charlotte. So Madison looks over the fingertips of the glove. The talented left-hander ready, and the strike 2 pitch is off the plate. Ball 1. Some of the problems that Bumgarner has had from last year to this, his walks to right-hand hitters have increased about 95% of the time, and his overall walks per 9 innings have increased, so that hurts. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball, swung on and missed, and down goes Jamie Carroll. So 1 away. We'll take a look at the Giants defensively. Their outfield shapes up this way: Ross, Torres, and Shearhurst. The infield: Tejada, Fontenot, Sanchez, and Huff. Behind the plate, Buster Posey and Madison Garner on the mound. So Bumgarner now working on Juan Castro. A little Mexican music for him as he checks in. Playing in 1,099 games. Castro has had a remarkable career. He'd be the first to admit he's had limited abilities as far as the bat is concerned, but wonderful abilities with the glove. He looks at a breaking ball low, and he has the count his way 2-0. Juan Castro, born in Los Mochis in Mexico, 5'11", 195, and he'll be 39 in June. The strike, the 2-0 pitch is low, ball 3. He was originally signed by the Dodgers way back in 1991. Wow, 20 years ago. And what a magician with the glove. 3-0 the count to Juan Castro. Bumgarner's fastball is low, and so that brings up the point we just mentioned. His walks have increased, and ultimately leading to harder work. Bumgarner, believe it or not, starting a game in the World Series. There are only 3 starting pitchers younger than Bumgarner ever won a game in the World Series. Bullet Joe Bush for the A's when he was 20. Jim Palmer with the Orioles when he was 20. And Fernando Valenzuela with the 81 Dodgers. He was all at 20. So here's Bumgarner. The left-hander looks over at Castro. Big hook on the outside corner for Ethier, and the count 0-1. Andre Ethier is struggling, and apparently it has showed up in a little misbehavior on the field, showing his annoyance with the world. He's like 1 for 22 during the homestand. Strike 1 pitch on the way. Andre practically slices it into left center. Over to grab the ball is Torres, and back to first base goes Castro. So as the players say, Andre can't buy a hit as he slices a line drive out to center. And the hitter now will be Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp with home runs in consecutive games. Hit one last night in the 5th inning. Also had a base hit to drive in a run, and he also scored one. He was busy last evening. And boy, he has made some great defensive plays in the outfield. So Kemp with 2 out, a runner at first. Castro hasn't played much. And with Kemp up there, you don't expect him to run. They want to make sure Matt gets an at-bat with somebody on base. He looks at the first pitch, in for a strike. DJ Rayburn is the plate umpire. So he's a younger umpire with Brian Knight, Jerry Lane, and Bob Davidson. Rayburn, a Tennessee boy, calling balls and strikes. Now the strike one pitch to Matt Kemp. Fastball, foul back into the screen. Count 0-2. Bumgarner hits 91 on the gun. So Matt Kemp with Castro at first. 2 out, 0-2 the count. Interesting, too, that Bumgarner follows Matt Cain to the mound in this series. He got his first National League victory against Milwaukee on July the 6th. The strike two pitch, throw to first. He became the second youngest Giant pitcher in 25 years to win his first big league game. He was 20 years, 339 days. One day earlier, Matt Cain was 20 years, 338 days, and he won his first game back in 2005. The pitch outside, 1-2 the count to Matt Kemp. Juan Uribe on deck. In looking at Madison Bumgarner and Matt Kemp, Kemp is 3 for 3 against him. Uribe is 1 for 3. Bumgarner set, looks over at Castro. Now the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and fouled at the plate. Bill Matt is still there. For Bumgarner, you take a look at what he has done up to here. His strikeouts to walks 2-1. But his earned run average 4, and he has allowed more hits than innings pitched. Madison heaves a little sigh, looks in to get a sign. He had committed to go to school to the University of North Carolina, but then signed with the Giants. Kemp takes low and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. With his $2 million bonus, like a good son, he paid off his mother's home, bought himself and his fiancée a truck. He's an outdoorsman, hunts and fishes. 2-2 pitch coming up. Delivers just outside, ball 3. We talk about Bumgarner being an outdoorsman with Juan Uribe on deck. Madison hunts deer and bear. In fact, he's killed one bear. He has it mounted on the head on his wall at home. Right now, facing a bear in a Dodger uniform in Matt Kemp. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's hit foul, slicing down the right field line out of play. We should point out that Matt, his last 2 home runs have gone to right field. So Castro back to first, 2 out, bottom of the first, no score in the ballgame. The Giants and the Dodgers. Giants are 1 game under 500 on the road. They're 10-5 at home. Bumgarner, a high setup around the face. 3-2 pitch, runner going, and that's popped in the air to right field. Nate Schierholtz is there waiting, looks up into the powder blue and makes the catch. No runs, no hits, a man left, and at the end of an inning, no score. taking a breather after 18 pitches. Walked one, otherwise got rid of the Dodgers. Now it'll be Posey, Shearholtz, and Ross in the second inning. Right-hand hitting catcher, rookie of the year, takes low and inside, ball one. You know how they talk about playing songs for each player as he comes up? Well, when Buster Posey was at Florida State, the crowd used to sing. He takes a strike and the count 1-1. It was hail to the Buster. He singles, he doubles, he triples, he homers. Hail to the Buster. And he picked that Buster nickname up from his dad. 1-1 pitch, line drive over Loney's head, over Mitchell's head, down into the corner, and Posey on his way into second base with a stand-up double. So Buster Posey, a shot to right field. By the way, he is now 9 for 20 against Billingsley, so he has added to a .421 batting average. Posey last year was a .300 hitter, and he's been struggling to the extent he came into this series hitting .271. Last year he batted .305. So Posey is at second on a double over first baseman Russ Mitchell's head, and the batter is Nate Shearholtz. Shearholtz, left-hand hitting outfielder, pulls away from a pitch inside, ball one. Appeared as a pinch hitter last night and hit into a force play. Posey at second, nobody out. Second inning, no score. Uribe about even with the bag. The outfield deep and straight away. The 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. Shearholtz hitting .282, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Last night, the Giants caught fire in the 4th inning when they had 4 consecutive hits. So Billingsley wants to put a stop to that. The 1-1 pitch, and that's taken inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. On the railing for the Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw on his right, Jay Gibbons on his left, Aaron Miles. Miles due for a day off, and they've given him a chance to just be a spectator. 2-1 the count to Nate Shearholtz. The 2-1 pitch to Nate is taken a little low. Ball 3. 3-1. So Billingsley in a little bit of a trouble. Well, we told you that Posey was hitting .421. The reason why he's 3-1 in Shearholtz is hitting .429 against him. So 2 tough hitters back to back. 3-1 pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to left field. Sands going back, tagging up at second base is Posey. He'll hold on a one-hopper to Uribe. So Shearholtz going the other way, 3-1. That's not a good at bat. By that I mean if you've got the count this way, 3-1, you're looking for a ball you can pull to at least get the runner over from second. Instead, a lazy fly ball to left field, and there's Posey still out there. So 1 away, and now here is last night's hero, Cody Ross, who hit that Lance Cormier curveball and almost hit it in the loge inside the left field foul pole last night to win the game 8-5. Cody with 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in, fouls the pitch at the plate, and the count 0-1. Buster Posey opened up with a double. Now it's Ross's turn to try to pick him up. Cody, a terrific guy. He spent some time with the Dodgers. Everybody just loved him, except when he's hitting against them. He was with the Dodgers in 2005 and partly 2006. Originally drafted by the Tigers. The strike 1 pitch he takes way off the plate. Nice save by Barajas. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Ross's father was not only a football player at the University of New Mexico, he was also a rodeo member, and his event was steer wrestling. So his father had 5 different knee surgeries. 1-1 the count. Cody waits, swings, lifts one to right field, almost in his tracks. Moving to his left is Ethier. Posey's not going to bother to tag up as Andre gets the ball back in. So a leadoff double and then just 2 lazy fly balls. So it shows you the importance of Schierholtz on a 3-1 count. If he hits the ball in the air to right field, Ross's fly ball means a run. Instead, as Nate hit the fly ball to left, and I'm sure he's still talking to himself, he left Posey, and so Posey is still there. Ross lost a possible RBI, and the batter is Mike Fontenot. By the way, last night we were talking about all of his injuries, and darn if Mark DeRosa didn't get injured. The first pitch to Fontenot is low for the umpteenth time. DeRosa injuring a surgically repaired left wrist, and Mark is not here. He went back to San Francisco to have the wrist checked out. Aaron Rowand hurt his back last night, but Andres Torres plays center against right-handers anyway. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. A look, and it is low. 2-0 the count to Fontenot. Mike out of Louisiana, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, hitting .219. Against Billingsley, Fontenot hitting .333. So Posey at second. Carroll with a left-hand hitter up moves to his left, so that takes a step away from Posey. And the pitch line down the left field line. Extra base hit. Sands over to get it. The run is in, and on his way into second is Mike Fontenot, and the Giants are on the board 1-0.
Batting next, third baseman, number 10, Miguel Tejada.
So Posey doubles to right. Fontenot, a left-hand hitter, doubles to left, and the Giants lead 1-0. And the batter now will be the veteran, 37 years old, Miguel Tejada. So Fontenot at second base with the RBI. And here is Tejada, the American League Most Valuable Player back in 2002. And somewhat of an Iron Man, even though he is anything but a big man. Tejada had one of the longest playing streaks around. 1,152 games before he took one off. 6 straight years he played 162 games. Here's the strike one pitch, and Miguel has a look, pays a strike for the privilege, and the count is 0-2. Anytime Tejada comes to Dodger Stadium, he may harken back to 1997. 97, he was playing with the Oakland A's, and he got his first major league hit right here in an inter-squad game. He faced Hideo Nomo and tripled. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Here comes Billingsley, works it low, ball 1, 1-2. Tejada averages not much more than 3 pitches in at bat. He doesn't walk very much, maybe 9% of the time. Fontenot at second, 1-2 the count to Miguel Tejada. Billingsley back with a fastball line foul outside of first. Tejada so far has 150 some odd plate appearances, and he has walked only 6 times. The old story, he's from the Dominican, and the kids growing up there always say you have to hit your way off the island. He has certainly done that. He's had a great career, been in the big league since 1997. The 1-2 pitch to Miguel Tejada knocks him down. It was up and in. I'm not sure whether it was a purpose pitch or Tejada perhaps guessing that he was going to get something away. He kind of strides in and then has to go down. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Though Tejada has been knocked down many a time in a career that goes back to 97 in the big leagues. And the 2-2 pitch, foul back, and again it was a pitch in on the hand, and it was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-0 in favor of the Giants, who have gone the other way for the run. Posey, a right-hand batter, double to right. Fontenot, a left-hand batter, double to left. And maybe that was on Billingsley's mind, thinking Tejada was going to move up and try and go the other way. so he came up and in. 2-2 pitch to the third baseman is swung on, fly ball into left center, very playable. Matt Kemp is right there, and that's it. Couple of doubles for the Giants. They leave a man, and at the end of an inning and a half, Giants lead 1-0. Double to right, and Mike Fontenot's double to left, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second inning. Madison Bumgarner pitching to Juan Uribe, Rod Barajas, and then Jerry Sand. Uribe hitting .216, 3 home runs, looks at the first pitch for a strike, and the count 0-1. Uribe with 20 runs batted in, and one thing that has certainly picked up for him, he now has 11 walks. He doesn't usually walk. Strike one pitch is taken in there, though he's in a hole 0-2, looking questioningly at the plate umpire, DJ Rayburn. He can't believe it's a strike. It's one of those things, when you want to show your displeasure, you smile. You look at the umpire and smile and say, that was a strike, huh? Like, are you kidding? Strike two pitch is low, ball one, 1-2. Of course, the old story, you can do a lot of things with the umpire, but don't let the crowd realize you're doing something. You incite the crowd, you're liable to be kicked out right away. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Juan Uribe, jammed with a fastball. He just did fight it off, and the count stays 1-2. For the Dodgers, they can't afford to lose anybody. Today, they've lost Vicente Padilla. He goes on the DL. So for Don Mattingly, running out of players, but they brought back Ramon Troncoso. 1-2 pitch, off-speed breaking ball, pulled over third. Nice play at third, but no good. And holding at first is Uribe. Miguel Tejada make a sprawling stop, trying to throw to first on his side on the foul line. Try that. He didn't quite get it. He got up and he was off the mark. Had to be backed up by Freddie Sanchez. So it'll be a single for Juan Uribe. Great effort by 37-year-old Miguel Tejada. So one third baseman singles off the other. And for Uribe, he had a couple of teasing words. Remember, he was with the Giants last year. So he had a little fun, I'm sure, talking to Freddie Sanchez. So here's Rod Barajas hitting .228. 7 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Kind of a feast or famine hitter with the 7 home runs. He takes a look at a strike and the count 0-1. Uribe, no stolen bases, doesn't figure to do any running. It's also tough to put a play on with Barajas. He has only walked 5 times while striking out 36. So Uribe off first, held on by Aubrey Hub. Strike one pitch. Barajas hits a high fly ball. It's playable. The left fielder Cody Ross, and holding at first is Uribe. So one down, and the batter will be young Jerry Sands. Don't forget Memorial Day just around the corner. Enjoy the long-standing tradition of hot dogs at Dodger Stadium. Monday, May 30th, will be Dollar Dodger Dog Day. For more information, go to Dodgers.com/promotions or call 866-DODGERS. Dodger Dogs by Farmer John, and here we are in the second, 1-0 in favor of the Giants. Sands playing left field. Bumgarner ready and delivers, and Jerry has a look, and the pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Jerry hitting .200. He's played first base and left field. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Bumgarner delivers and crowds him in at the shins. 2 balls and no strikes. Dodgers have done pretty well against left-hand starters. They're 6-1 against left-handers here, 3-2 on the road. So they've won 9 and lost 3 to left-handers this year. 1-0 Giants, second inning, 2 balls and no strikes to Jerry Sands, who hits one in the air to right field. That's where he usually goes. Schierholtz is there. Sands usually hits the ball to right in right center field. When he first came up, I remember the scout saying he has unusual power to right center.
Number 46, Russ Mitchell.
So 2 down on fly balls following the single by Uribe, and the batter is Russ Mitchell. Mitchell is one of those fellas you really could say if you don't play, you can't play. And Mitchell has not played, so he walks up to the plate 0 for 8. Right-hand batter. Bumgarner ready and delivers. Fastball, and that's in at the knees, and the count 0-1. Russ Mitchell out of Rome, Georgia. Picked by the Dodgers out of high school in 2003. He can play a lot of positions. He can play first, second, and third in the infield, or at least he has, and he can play the outfield. Right-hand hitter in the strike one pitch, and Mitchell swings right through it. 0-2 the count. Mitchell last year at Albuquerque hit .315, but it is a huge jump from AAA to the big leagues. 0-2 the count to Russ. Bumgarner comes back, fastball, line drive, grabbed at shortstop by Frontenac, and that's that. No runs, a single, and a man left, and at the end of 2, 1-0 San Francisco. Nothing as we go to the third inning. Madison Bumgarner, the pitcher, then Andres Torres and Freddie Sanchez. Bumgarner with the bat has 2 hits. He's had 17 plate appearances, and he has struck out 5 times, so that's not bad for a pitcher. Right-hand batter. Billingsley's fast one is low and inside, ball 1. So Bumgarner leading 1-0 here in the third. Into his windup goes Billingsley, and his 1-0 pitch, that's in for a strike. 1-1 the count. For Billingsley, of course, recovering from losing a 1-hitter on an unearned run. The 1-1 pitch on the way is taken off the plate. 2-1 the count. The unearned run, of course, was his attempted pickoff, whirls and throws, and there wasn't anybody covering. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way, and that's taken low, ball 3. Normally what happens, you have a runner at second base. The pitcher looks in, and the catcher gives him a dedicated sign as to whether he feels the old daylight. They have a play on the runner at second base. 3-1 pitch swung on, hit in the gap in right center field. So McLean had a base hit last night, and Bumgarner's going to go in one more with a double. So on a 3-1 count, Bumgarner doubles into the gap in right center. So now let's say you have Bumgarner at second base and nobody out. Bumgarner would take his lead. Billingsley would look in to get a sign from the catcher, and the catcher would give him something else. It would be a sign, throw to second base. So the catcher gave Billingsley the sign. It's a 3 count. You look in, you get the sign, you go 1, 2, and you turn and throw on 3. You're expecting somebody at the bag. There was nobody there, and that play beat him. The pitch low and inside to Andres Torres. 1 ball and no strikes. Jamie Carroll said that it was his mistake. Maybe. Knowing Jamie, he might very well have decided to take somebody else off the hook, but he was the first one to say, I missed it. He missed the sign from the catcher, so he didn't break the cover. 1 ball and no strikes to Andres Torres, and the pitch pulled foul into the seats. They've taken a couple of shots at first base coach Roberto Kelly. A couple of line drives, and Roberto, who played here briefly, able to get out of the way. Torres struck out in the first inning, hitting .302, 1 home run, 3 runs batted in. Bumgarner with his 2nd career double at second base. 1-1 pitch, a bunt, and Billingsley's going to have to hurry. Throws too late. Taking third is Bumgarner, and the Giants are really in business now. Giants are high up there in the top 3 of getting infield hits, and they've just gotten one. Remember, we told you that Torres likes to bunt. He had 3 bunt hits coming into this game, so he gets another one. Might have been a sacrifice, but he bunted so well that he beat the throw. So now Sanchez, Huff, and Posey with runners at first and third and nobody out. 1-0 Giants. Billingsley ready, checks ready, and fires, and the ball is hit to dead center. Tagging up is Bumgarner. He's going to come, and the throw will go into second base, and the Giants lead 2-0. Scoring fly ball from Freddie Sanchez.
Coming to the plate, first baseman, number 17, Aubrey Huff.
So Bumgarner helping his own cause, and Freddie Sanchez picks him up. So 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. For the Dodgers, no runs and 1 hit. We're in the top of the third. Torres at first, and the batter is Aubrey Huff, who struck out looking at a fastball in the first inning. Torres 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Billingsley turns, throws over there, and Andres back on the bag. Last year, and we told you that Torres was a track star in high school, though Billingsley has to worry about him. Torres stole 26 bases last year. Billingsley ready, very cautious, very careful, very deliberate, and the off-speed pitch drops in nicely for a strike. So that kind of figured, doesn't it? I mean, Billingsley got him looking at a fastball, though he started him off speed for a strike. Giants do not swing at the first pitch anyway. They're next to the last as far as swinging at the first pitch. Strike one pitch, hit in the air to left. Sands leaned back, but now he comes up to make the catch. Andres Torres went way down to second and just does get back. I don't know whether Andres thought that might have been the third out or what, but he went a long way on a routine fly ball. Gary Sands gunning it back. So 2 out. Torres at first. See where he is, so close. And then the throw makes him slide to get back, and he just made it. Brian Knight right there to indicate safe. Mitchell looking for the throw, goes out to get it. Torres just did beat it. I mean, close. Nice play by Jerry Sands. 2 out, and here's Buster Posey, who doubled to right in the second inning. Doesn't get the first pitch, and the count 0-1. Buster Posey is the oldest of 4 children. He has 2 brothers and a sister. One brother is at Florida State playing first and third and even pitches. His sister plays softball in community college, and his youngest brother is on the high school baseball team. Ring around the Posey. He doubled and came home on the double by Fontenot. Hard to believe that Buster Posey was an All-American shortstop. And to move an All-American shortstop to a catcher, you have to give his college coach a lot of credit. Throw to first, Torres gets back. His coach, Mike Martin, at Florida State. Posey, as a junior in a game at Florida State, played all 9 positions in the game. He takes a strike. 0-2. Posey was a finalist as a sophomore to win the Johnny Bench Award, given annually to the college game's best catcher. So when you think about him playing all the positions, a former shortstop, he might very well be the best all-around catcher since Johnny Bench. We'll see. The Giants certainly think so. They signed him to a bonus over $6 million. Now the strike 2 pitch inside and hit him. So Posey, who was hit a couple of times against the Dodgers, is hit again. That's the 4th time that he's been hit this year. So Buster turns in on it, then tries to shy away, and it gets his left elbow, grazing him. So Buster goes to first. Down to second base goes Andres Torres. Roberto Kelly talking to Posey. And the hitter will be Nate Shearholz. 2-0 Giants, top of the 3rd. So Nate ready to check in. A couple of years ago, Nate's they lost just about everything. Every photo, every piece of clothing, every memento. He fouls it away. Gone. Nate lost the Olympic jersey that he wore in Beijing. He lost the baseballs from his first major league hit and his first major league home run. He even had saved and lost the lineup card from his first major league game, all to the fire. Strike 1 pitch, and Nate fouls that away. He played on the 2008 U.S. Olympic team in Beijing. What happened was there was a close play at the plate, and he collided with the China backup catcher Yang Yang on a scoring fly ball. And he hit the catcher Yang so hard that there was a near brawl breaking out. The Chinese manager was kicked out of the game. Little ground ball to the right side, and the out reported at first. Who was the Chinese manager? Former Dodger, Jim Lefebvre. Meanwhile, that will do it for the Giants in the third, and at the end of 2.5, they lead 2-0. Trying to pick up his first victory of the year. He is 0-6. For the Dodgers, Chad Billingsley, followed by Jamie Carroll, and then Juan Castro. 9th of the 18 meetings between the two teams. They've each split 4 of the 8. And the pitch to Billingsley in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Dodgers have a long day's journey into night into day. The strike one pitch swung on and missed 0-2. Yes, it's very glamorous, and yes, it pays you a lot of money to be a ball player, but you have to play very well all the time. The strike two pitch swung on and missed. That'll do it to Billingsley, and that makes it very tough to play well all the time. Just to give you an idea of tonight's game, if it's anything like last night, it'll end about 10:30. With a good break, the Dodgers would be off the ground in 2 hours. That would make it 12:30. 12:30 is 2:30 in the morning in Chicago. And it's about, let's say, a 4-hour flight. If it takes that long, you land at 6:30. Well, Chicago is a bustling city. You'll be fighting early morning traffic coming on that long ride from the airport at O'Hare all the way to downtown. So by the time you get to the hotel, well, after 7 o'clock for sure. If you wait for your bag, it's going to be 8 o'clock. You go up to the room, you darken the room, you try to get some sleep, and then you battle 90-mile-an-hour fastballs that night. Well, Jamie and the Dodgers will have to do that tonight. The Giants, fortunate for them, go directly home and play Oakland. Carroll struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Fastball, a shot up the middle for a base hit for Jamie. So a one-out single for Jamie Carroll marks the Dodgers' second hit in the game. And a reminder, you know, Don Mattingly bobblehead. That'll be Wednesday, June 1. The Dodgers and the Rockies. Compliments of Carl's Jr. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions or call 866-DODGERS. Juan Castro who made his first start of the season Sunday at third base. He was called up Friday from Albuquerque. He had only played in 8 games in Albuquerque, and he was hitting .458. He has been with the Dodgers now 4 times. Been with them from 1995 through 99. Went away, came back in 2009. Went away, came back in 2010. And here he is. And he hits it back to the mound. Bumgarner goes to Fontenot, who drops the ball while in the act of throwing. And so Jamie Carroll will be called out, even though Don Mattingly is going to argue with second base umpire Jerry Lane. Jerry called it immediately that Fontenot was trying to throw the ball. Take another look if you're watching on television. Fontenot to the bag, one-handed, had an ice cream cone, and the ball flew out of his glove. So certainly watch this. That videotape is not the friend of Jerry Lane, because he lost it before he made a phantom throw. So the Dodgers get a tough break on a phantom force play. Mattingly continues to talk to Jerry Lane, who, let's face it, is not about to change the call. So Jamie Carroll, who thought he had the play and was safe at second, is not. The Dodgers lose a tough one at second base, and we have 2 out and a runner at first. Mattingly and Lane not in a heated argument at all. Fontenot knows that he did not have possession of the ball, but he's not being paid to be an umpire. So Mike tight-lipped about it. So the Giants get a call. Castro at first with 2 out, and Andre Ethier coming up. Giants 2 runs, 4 hits. Dodgers no runs, 2 hits. Out of a stretch goes Bumgarner. Looks at first, comes to Ethier inside, ball 1. So Andre struggling at home on this stand. Hitless in his last 5 starts. He is as hungry as he has ever been for a base hit. Bumgarner's pitch works the inside corner for a strike, and the count 1-1. Ethier, remember, hit just under 400 during that 30-game hitting streak. 1-1 to Andre with Matt Kemp on deck. Giants lead 2-0. A run in the second and a run in the third. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Bumgarner deals, and that one is on the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. If you're wondering, Bumgarner has allowed 2 home runs this year. Talking about home runs, the Giants have a rather remarkable record in home runs this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming up, and it's a fastball just outside. 2-2. The Giants have hit 33 home runs this year. 25 of the 33 hit on the road. Bumgarner looks in, getting a sign. Now he's ready. 2-2 the count to Andre Ethier, and it's a fastball on the hands, pop foul off third. Tejada comes over, makes a backhand catch. That ball almost got away, and he hollered, "Ow!" But he made it. So no runs, 1 hit, a man left. And at the end of 3, Giants 2, Dodgers nothing. Pollo Loco. Try our delicious Baja-style fish tacos with classic Baja or spicy avocado sauce. Only at El Pollo Loco. By Corona. And by Time Warner Cable. Fourth inning on a beautiful evening. It's 2-0 Giants, and Cody Ross to start it off. Takes low, ball one. We mentioned in his previous at-bat about Cody's dad being, among other things, a steel wrestler. Cody dreamt of becoming a rodeo clown. If you've been to a rodeo, or out here they say rodeo. What's the difference? Probably a lot of money. But I was raised rodeo. Anyway, a rodeo clown is a ferocious job. 2-0 pitch is hit down the left field line. Close. It is hooking and goes foul. For a moment, it looked like a repeat for the West Coast. Just did pull it foul. 2-1. But if you've ever been to a rodeo and you see those Brahma bulls throwing the rider, and the bull has to be distracted, and the rodeo clown may be somewhat like that. He has to go out there and distract the bull. Nice job. Ball three. Cody Ross. Very aggressive, well-liked player. His first major league home run was a grand slam. When he was with the Dodgers, he had a memorable game. He takes ball four. Back in 2006, he hit a grand slam home run and a 3-run home run in the same game. Very smart guy. When they asked him about that, he said, "It's the second greatest day of my life after my wedding." And then there was a pause, and he said, "I have to say that, I guess." Yes, you guessed right. So Ross at first with the walk. Here's Mike Fontenot. Left-hand hitter double to left field to drive in Posey. 2-0 Giants. Fourth inning. Ball one to Fontenot. Fontenot, I'm sure, anxious like everybody else, but especially if you're from Louisiana. What's going to happen? He's from Slidell, Louisiana. 1-0 to Mike. And the throw to first gets away, goes down the line. Ross will stop at second base. So Billingsley trying to go after Cody Ross. It gets away from Russ Mitchell. It was in the dirt. Mitchell tried to trap it and went right under his glove. We'll wait for the scoring. The official scorer knows, of course, Mitchell is rusty in playing first, but at the same time, the pitcher threw the ball in the dirt. Meanwhile, Ross is at second base. 1-0. It'll be an error charged to Russ Mitchell. Fontenot takes high, ball two. So Billingsley has a runner at second thanks to the error. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. Billingsley has walked 1 and hit a batter. Now he's behind 3-0. Fontenot facing Billingsley was a freshman All-American. You might remember the fact that he played at LSU with Ryan Theriot. And ball 4. So a walk, then the error, then another walk. And Billingsley has runners at first and second. And he's going to have Rick Honeycutt out to talk to him. And the batter will be Miguel Tejada. Tejada making the catch of the last out, the foul ball off the bat of Andre Ethier. You could spend a while talking about Miguel. When he was a toddler, they did not have any water or electricity, so his mom used to take him down to the river, and that's where they would wash him alongside other women who were cooking and cleaning clothes. The neighborhood was really impoverished. If he wanted to take a shower, he'd go down to the river and carry a bucket. That area in the Dominican was torn up by Hurricane David, and that was one of the century's fiercest storms. In fact, it was so bad 1,100 people lost their lives, and the Tejada family, who didn't have much, lost everything. It's a good story when you realize how much money he has made as a big league player. 0-1. I mean, he had let's put it this way, he had 3 years in a row where he came close. He made almost $15 million a year for 2 years and $14 million the other year. What a story, from abject poverty to that kind of money. 1-1 the count. Barajas making a good save. He had to backhand the ball in the dirt. So the Giants hold it first and second, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Miguel Tejada. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up, foul. Barajas on the dead run. Makes the catch, and the runners hold. So Tejada fouls out, 1 away, and Madison Bumgarner coming up. Bumgarner doubled for his first hit of the year, doubled into the gap in right center. In his young career, he has 2 doubles. Dodgers figure that Bumgarner will be bunting and leave it up to Andre Torres. Uribe on the grass, but kind of playing catty corner. Mitchell is up in front of the runner at first. And Bumgarner shows bunt, gets it down, good bunt. Barajas has to make the play. So the Giants now have runners at second and third, 2 out, and Andres Torres coming up. Bumgarner does his job. That's his 3rd sacrifice this year. So here comes Torres. Torres has only played 14 games, which is the big reason why he has only 3 RBIs, banged up at the start of the year. Switch hitter, but most effective left-handed. Curveball in for a strike. 0-1. In September of last year, Torres underwent a laparoscopic appendectomy. It kept him out for only about 10 days. 0-1. 0-2. Torres came off the disabled list the 10th of May. He missed 26 games with a strain of the left Achilles. 0-2. In the dirt. Yeah, we were somewhat shocked last year over the appendectomy and Torres coming back inside of 2 weeks. And then we saw the same thing happen this year with Matt Holliday. Remarkable medical advance. Meanwhile, Cody Ross at third, Fontenot at second, 2 out and a 1-2 count, with the Giants leading 2-0. And down he goes. So the Giants lead 2, fail to score, and at the end of 3.5 innings, 2-0 Giants. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And by Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with quick deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. We're going to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Giants leading the Dodgers 2-0. For the Dodgers, Matt Kemp, Juan Uribe, and Rod Barajas in that order. Against left-hander Madison Bumgarner. Ball one. Matt Kemp flied to right field in the first inning. Matt has 9 home runs. That's a strike. 1-1. Hitting .323. On the hand, sounded like the back crack. Tejada will throw him out. So Kemp rolls to third, 1 away, and the batter will be Uribe, who singled despite a tremendous effort by Tejada to get him. So Uribe 1 for 1. With Bumgarner, you know you're going to get fastball, slider, a changeup, and last year he added a cutter. And pulled hard, base hit into left field. So Uribe is 2 for 2, and the batter now will be Rod Barajas. You know, the Dodgers' ultimate giveaway plan still available for a limited time. 8 games, 10 giveaways, including all 5 remaining bobbleheads, 2 fleece blankets, Dodger sports bag, beach towel, and for good measure, purple and gold LA cap. All of this starting at $12 a seat per game. For more information, go to Dodgers.com/mini-plans or call 323-224-1365. Rod Barajas, basically a fly ball hitter. That makes him a home run threat. He has 7, hitting .227. Because he's basically a fly ball hitter, he's only grounded into 1 double play. He takes the strike. Rod hitting .333 against left-hand pitching coming into this game. And who is he tied with? Look at there. Major league lead among catchers, Russell Martin. Oh and 1. 0-2. Boy, you can see big league bat speed when these big guys swing and miss, especially, so you can see the full swing and the follow through. One out, bottom of the fourth. Giants lead 2-0. Juan Uribe at first. Fastball foul back. Bumgarner, a very rhythmical, strong arm delivery. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. He is big at 6'4" and long arms. It just seems like that ball is coming out of a hose that's been extended a couple of feet. 0-2. Still 0-2. That time he got it up there at 90. Bumgarner is married. He was married in February of last year, marrying his high school sweetheart. They bought a home with 38 acres in North Carolina. But that was normal for him. He grew up on a ranch and married into a family that had horses, steers, and beef cattle. So they have now like 11 horses, 15 cattle on his ranch. High fly ball, but playable. Ross is there. So Barajas does what he does a lot, fly ball, and the batter will be Jerry Sands. 2 out in the fourth inning.
47, Jerry Sands.
Jerry Sands hit a fly ball to right field. 0 for 1. Sands hitting 197 and drives it foul. 0-1. Jerry's brother Stephen, who is in the Air Force, able to come here to see his younger brother in a couple of games. His mom and dad and grandfather were here earlier this year. 1-1. Boy, I'll remember his grandfather. His name is George. He is a rabid baseball fan. And when George came here with Jerry's mom and dad, he had a T-shirt which had the picture of Ebbets Field on the T-shirt. And he had a glove, and he's 84. He had an old Duke Snyder glove. He just should have been on the cover of an old Saturday Evening Post with a Norman Rockwell drawing. At the end of 4, 2-0 Giants. Briefly to Madison Bumgarner. 2-0 in favor of the Giants. There's Pat Burrell standing just alongside the left of Bumgarner. There's Pat. Mike Fontenot stopping off to say hello. Meanwhile, Freddie Sanchez grounded to short, and then in the third inning had a scoring fly ball to drive in a run. It picked up Bumgarner, who had been at third. 1-1 to Freddie Sanchez. Freddie hitting a solid .275. He's played in 39 of the Giants' 42 games. Punches one. Castro at the other end of it. One away here in the fifth inning. You know, it's an interesting thing. I don't know how interesting it is, but it's just worked out that way with Billingsley. He made 17 pitches in the first inning. He made 17 pitches in the third inning. And he made 17 pitches in the fourth inning. Yeah, maybe not interesting, but that's the way it's going. Strike to Huff, struck out, fly to left. Aubrey 0 for 2. Nothing Giants. 1-1. Dodgers couldn't score for Billingsley last time out. when he lost 1-0. And they have 3 hits and nothing else to show for it through 4 innings tonight. 1-1 to Aubrey Huff. Pull foul. 1-2. Aubrey Huff back in 2003 had an incredible year. He had 198 hits, 47 doubles, 34 home runs, and 107 runs batted in. Well, he rattled a few of his players as he bounced that one into the dugout. Matt Cain got out of the way. Tim Lincecum. That ball found the opening. One and two. Breaking ball in the dirt. Interesting too about Aubrey Huff. His favorite player when he was a little kid was Nolan Ryan, and one night his mom had tickets to a game and Ryan was pitching and she wouldn't let Aubrey go because he was not allowed to miss baseball practice. That night Ryan pitched a no-hitter. There's a ball to right. Here comes Ethier making a rolling catch. So Aubrey Huff was shut down. He could not see his idol pitch a no-hitter, and he still has the unused tickets. He also has an unused base hit as Ethier takes it away from him. Nice play by Andre. Even though he is struggling of late, he's been able to stay sharp, and he got applause from a teammate, Matt Kemp. 2 down. For Don Mattingly and Ethier's teammates, I'm sure they admire that. It's so normal when you are struggling, as Ethier is, he's had 1 hit in the homestand, to go out into right field and just feel sorry for yourself and just think about the fact you've had only 1 hit. But instead, he was there and ready to make the catch. 2-0. Buster Posey doubled and was hit by a pitch. 3-0. Remember, at the start of the year, Tim Lincecum nailed Juan Uribe twice. So then the next time they played, Ted Lilly went to the mound and nailed Posey twice. That balanced the books. 3-0. And ball 4. So Posey's been on base 3 times, a walk, hit bat, and a double.
Now batting, number 12, Nate
For
Shearholt.
Billingsley, he has walked 3 and hit a batter. And with 2 out, here's Nate Shearholtz. Nate flied to left, grounded out, 0 for 2. Shearholtz has been a hot hitter over the last 17 games, hitting .325, and he's nailed by a pitch. So the last thing that Billingsley wants to do is hit people with 2 out. So after walking Posey, he hit Shearholtz.
Left fielder, number 13, Cody Ross.
So he has walked 3, hit 2 for Nate Shearholtz as far as being hit by a pitch. First time this year. Posey and Aaron Rowan have been hit the most. Posey 4 times, including tonight, and Rowan has been hit 4 times. So 2 on, 2 out. Here's Cody. Giants trying to add to a 2-0 lead with 2 out. And ball 1. Cody Ross batting .257, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. We didn't see Cody when we opened up the season up in San Francisco. Pride of Portales, New Mexico, lives in Carlsbad, New Mexico. Cody began the year on the DL with a right calf strain, reinstated the 20th of April, so he missed 17. Andres Torres missed 20 some odd. 2-0. Giants, of course, are playing without the Panda at third, Pablo Sandoval. They lost Mark DeRosa. Aaron Rowan hurt his back a little bit, but I think he could play if necessary. 3-0 to Cody Ross. And waiting on deck, Mike Fontenot. Billingsley has now made 89 pitches. And a strike. 3-1. The last game that Billingsley pitched, when he went 8 innings, remember, and allowed just 1 hit, he made 119 pitches. He has now made 90. Back in the middle of April, he made 118 pitches against the Cardinals. 3-1. And the fastball is low, loading him up. So with 2 out, he walked Posey. Then he hit Shearholz. Now he walks Ross. And once again, Rick Honeycutt going out there. 4 walks and 2 hit batters. So Chad's fighting it. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Giants. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. So Billingsley from Defiance, Ohio, a graduate of Defiance High School. And he's out there now trying to get his stuff together with Honeycutt and Barajas talking, and Fontenot, who doubled and walked, getting ready to come up. So the Giants threatening to break it open here, and a big at bat for Mike Fontenot.
Shortstop, number 14, Mike Fontenot.
Mike Fontenot had a nickname, I'm not sure if it sticks, but he had a nickname in the minor leagues of Chicken. During a game, he had his hands in his back pocket, started doing a little dance. They started to call him Chicken, and it stuck. My favorite Chicken story has nothing to do really with a chicken. Rick Monday told me the story, and it had to do with Steve Sachs, of course. The pitch, and that makes it 1-1. Sachs had a habit of bouncing up and down, coming down the line from third instead of taking the walking lead, always bouncing. And they told Rick to mention to Sachs to take the walking lead, stop bouncing. Well, sure enough, Sachs was at third, took the bouncing lead again, and when the inning was over, Tommy Lasorda said, Rick, go over and talk to him. So Monday went over and said, Steve, listen, you're bouncing. I want you to take that walking lead. And Sachs, in the middle of the game, turned to Monday and said, is the chicken going to be here? It was a San Diego game. Yeah, well, the chicken is here at the plate, Mike Fontenot. What is Steve Sachs doing? Well, at one time he ran for political office, and he's an investment advisor. Apparently doing pretty well. Mike McDougall is up in the Dodger bullpen. 1-2 the count to Mike Fontenot. Bases loaded here and 2 out in the dirt, and that makes it 2-2. So Chad got Sanchez on a ground ball, got Huff on a fly ball, and then suddenly he walked Posey, hit Shearholz, walks Ross, and he is 2-2 against a left-hand hitting Fontenot with Miguel Tejada on deck. Curveball on the corner. Off-speed breaking ball. Fontenot thought it was outside, and the Dodgers escaped. For Boshi left with the bases loaded and an upset shortstop. And it's still 2-0 Giants. Nothing, but Chad Billingsley much relieved by striking out Fontenot with the bases loaded. So the Dodgers coming up in the bottom of the fifth with Mitchell, Billingsley, and Carroll. For the Giants, they are certainly getting their chances. As far as runners in scoring position, they are 2 for 9. That's a strike to Mitchell. Lined out to shortstop in the second inning, 0 for 1. Russ called up after having a big year last year in Albuquerque. 0 1. Little dribbler up along third. Picked up. Bumgarner, I think, should have just let it roll. Might have gotten a little better advice from Posey because he had no chance to make a play. So there's the ball. So why not let it roll? Maybe it would go foul, but he opted to go after it. So for Russ Mitchell, a modest thing and thine own, but it's his first big hit of the year. So Mitchell at first, and here's Billingsley. Might bunt. Yep, shows bunt. Now let's see. Shows bunt again. Pushes it foul. Billingsley is not a bad hitter, despite the fact he struck out in the third inning. He has 4 hits. That includes 2 doubles. He has a run batted in. And he has struck out about 20% of the time. So if you can hit it, you're dangerous. Got the bunt down. Bumgarner's only play is to first. 1 away. And we have time to get you thinking a little bit. Here's tonight's trivia question. The late Harmon Killebrew was the first Minnesota Twin inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, who was the first Dodger player inducted into the Hall of Fame? By the way, Harmon Killebrew hit 573 home runs. He was 6 feet and 195 pounds. And that was all heart. Jamie has struck out and singled, 1 for 2. Nice block by Posey, ball 1. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Buster Posey, marvelous young player. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. No runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. We're in the 5th. Waiting on deck, Juan Castro. 2-0. Breaking ball in there. 2-1 the count. Jamie Carroll has gone a while without a home run. His last home run was in '09. Nice play to come back for Freddie Sanchez to make the play. So Russ Mitchell is at third with 2 out, and Juan Castro coming up.
Dodger second baseman.
We have August the
Juan
9th,
Castro.
2009. Jamie Carroll hit his last home run, and it was against the Chicago White Sox. And we brought it up because the Dodgers are heading for Chicago to play the White Sox starting tomorrow night. Castro walked and hit into a force play, trying to pick up Mitchell from third. Bumgarner does not have a wild pitch. Little ground ball to third. On it is Tejada. That'll be that. So the Dodgers get an infield single, leave Mitchell, and at the end of 5, 2-0 Giants. His name was Dale Long. He was standing in front of the dugout in Pittsburgh, holding his helmet high in the air, receiving the plaudits of the crowd after hitting a home run against Carl Erskine. Why did they applaud him? Well, it was the 8th home run that he had hit in 8 consecutive days. Let's go back to this one. Miguel Tejada to start it off. Fouled out of play. It was a long time ago, 1956. Bob Friend was the pitcher for Pittsburgh. He beat Erskine 3-2. We told you that Dale Long hit a home run in 8 straight games, and that's why it was such a big deal. There was another very small moment in that game. Didn't appear to be anything to talk about. Ground ball, base hit for Tejada. There was a pinch runner in the 8th inning of that game in Pittsburgh, and his name, Roberto Clemente. And another asterisk footnote on Dale Long. Dale Long was left-handed, and Branch Rickey experimented with making Dale Long a catcher. And you say, what's the big deal? Did I miss something? You say, yeah, left-handed. You have never seen a left-handed catcher in the big leagues. I don't know if you ever will. Well, here's Bumgarner showing bunt. Dropped it nicely. Wow, Billingsley makes it a little tough for Castro, probably because he's a little annoyed at himself. Sometimes that'll happen. Good play for Bumgarner. Second time that he is sacrificed. But you know, you're disgusted. You made 99 pitches. You're losing. The number 8 hitter is just singled. The pitcher bunts, and you're hot. You pick it up, and you almost take the hands off Castro or any other second baseman covering. 1 away, and now Andre Story's trying to pick up Tejada. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Giants, no runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Hard ground ball, and stand with it is Mitchell. That thing was hit hard. So Tejada advances to third with 2 out, and the batter will be Freddie Sanchez.
Freddie Sanchez.
Sanchez grounded to short, had a scoring fly ball, a run batted in, and grounded out. So Billingsley with a runner at third. He has 1 wild pitch this year. Freddie hitting .273. That's in there. 0-1. Billingsley's pitch count, he's now made 101 pitches. Took a little off that and missed inside. 1-1. Giants scored in the 2nd inning on a double by Posey and a double by Fontenot. They scored another in the 3rd, a double by Bumgarner, an infield single by Torres, and Freddie's fly ball. And ball 2. Giants had a golden opportunity in the 5th inning. They had the bases loaded with 2 out. Failed to score. And now they have a runner at third, Tejada, with 2 out. Here in the 6th. They are 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position and make it 3 for 11. So Freddie Sanchez, a single up the middle, that cashes in Tejada for Sanchez. Born in Hollywood, lives in Burbank, comes back to give the local team a bad time with 2 runs batted in. So Tejada brings it in, and Aubrey Huff will be the batter. Aubrey Huff struck out, flied to left, flied to right. Aubrey hitting .224. Ball one. Huff, we told you, had that great year in 2003. Wouldn't figure you'd do that again. 1-0. And that one's going to go foul. Aubrey was an All-American at the University of Miami. Javi Guerra gets up in the Dodger bullpen. And Huff battling Billingsley. Giants 3, Dodgers nothing. 6th inning. Dodgers have Castro, Ethier, and Kemp. That's going to go foul upstairs. 1-2. Aubrey last year with the Giants had a very good year. He had .290 with 26 home runs and 88 runs batted in. He also stole more bases last year than he has in quite a while. He stole 7. So he's big, but he can move around. 6'4", 230. Shattered bat, ground ball that almost hit Mitchell. He goes back to the bag. So Huff grounds out 1 run on 2 hits, thanks to Freddie Sanchez, and it's 3-0 Giants. And it was worth freezing, so we put the freeze cam on that fly ball, and Andre Ethier's diving, rolling catch for the out. Got applause from his teammate Matt Kemp. However, the Dodgers need more than the glove. Andre Ethier will start it off, then Matt Kemp, Juan Uribe. You know, when Ethier hit 30 straight and 35 out of 36, but after that, he's now in the midst of a career-long 6-game hitless streak. Why it is such a long year of ups and downs for even the top players. 0-1. There's a hopper to shortstop. So Ethier now goes 0 for 3, and the batter will be Matt Kemp. Remember the trivia questions had to do with the late Harmon Killebrew being the first Twin inducted into the Hall of Fame, and who was the first Dodger inducted? It was the pitcher Dazzy Vance. He was inducted in a year that was great for the borough of Brooklyn, their only World Championship in 1955. Dazzy, a right-hand pitcher who, among other things, had a long sleeve undershirt that was shredded, and they used to make him change it because they felt the shredded shirt was a distraction to the hitters. Dazzy's last year in 1924, all he did was go 28-6. He had an earned run average of 2. He made 34 starts, and he had 30 complete games. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. 2-0 to Matt Kemp. Dodgers have gotten 2 leadoff men on base tonight in 6 innings. The Giants have gotten 3 leadoff men on, and all 3 have scored, and that's the difference. 3-0 San Francisco. Three and 0 to Matt Kemp. Well, you have Uribe and then Barajas. Matt might very well get a green light. 3-0 if he likes the location. Nope, he's taking that all the way. 3-1. 9 home runs, 29 runs batted in, and hitting .321. That seemed to cut. Fastball that jumped in. Bumgarner has allowed 4 hits. He has walked 1. And missed on the outside part of the plate. Second walk given up. And the batter will be Uribe. Uribe is 2 for 2. Singled over third. Great effort by Tejada. And then single to the hole at short. So Uribe is 2 for 2, hitting .228. 3 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Fouled away upstairs. 0-1 to count to Juan Uribe. Uribe swinging at the first pitch. He has been rated in the top 5, highest rate to swing at the first pitch. So he's followed that. 0-1. 0-2. Uribe had walked 6 times all year and then suddenly walked 3 times in 4 plate appearances. 0-2 the count. Check swing foul. That fastball just ate him up. 0-2 the count. Madison Bumgarner, if you believed his record of 0-6, you were badly mistaken. He is a fine young pitcher. And down goes Uribe. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball up, and the batter will be Rod Barajas. Right up there out of the strike zone. That was maybe shoulders or even higher. So 2 out, and Rod Barajas, who has hit 2 high fly balls to left field, coming up. Rod hitting .225, 7 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Kind of a player who can get you back in the ballgame with 1 swing. On deck, Gary Sands. 3-0 San Francisco. Boy, he is swinging hard. 0-1. Fastball away at 90. Giants scored in the second, third, and sixth. Dodgers so far have managed to get one man to second base. And a high fly ball to right center field, but it's playable. Shearholtz is there. So Barajas, 3 fly balls, goes 0 for 3. No runs, no hits. Dodgers lead Kemp, who walked, and it's still 3-0 Giants. Nothing as we go to the 7th inning. To compare the starting pitchers, with Chad Billingsley going up against Madison Bumgarner. Chad just completely outpitched tonight. He made 108. Bumgarner sailing along with 79. Strikeouts, not important, but the walks and hit batter. Billingsley walked 4 and hit 2. He allowed a half a dozen hits and allowed 3 runs. So Billingsley is going to give way now as Bumgarner is sitting on top of a 3-0 lead. And Javi Guerra, right-hander coming out of the Dodger bullpen. Javi's from Denton, Texas, called up this year from Chattanooga. Basically, fastball, slider, curve, and change. Javi is 25. He'll be 26 the end of October. An even 6, 205-pounder. He had the Tommy John surgery in 2005. Posey, Shearholtz, and Ross. Foul back. You know, when you look at Posey, it doesn't stay there very long, but his bat goes beyond parallel, as the golfers would say. In other words, instead of just holding the bat parallel to the ground, it actually dips down a little bit just for a little while. But boy, you have to be quick. See it going down there? Off speed pitch for a strike. 0-2. Posey doubled, hit by a pitch and walk. 1 for 1. Buster hitting .281. Last year he hit .305. There aren't very many rookies of the year who come back and hit better the next year. Posey hit .305 last year. He's hitting .281 now. The last rookie of the year to come back and actually hit better the second year, Hanley Ramirez, the brilliant shortstop of the Florida Marlins. Hanley, in his rookie year, hit .292, and then the next year hit .332. 0-2 to Posey. 4-1. Some of them were really disappointing. For instance, Giovanni Soto of the Cubs. He was the Rookie of the Year in 2008. He had 285, and the next year he had 218. Even Ryan Braun could not come back the second year. In 2007, Ryan Braun, the Rookie of the Year, hit 324, and then the next year 285. Chris Coughlin was the Rookie of the Year before Posey. He hit 321, and his next year 268. So the league adjusts, and it's very tough to improve that second year. 2-2. The gun showed that pitch at 97. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but if so, boy, he really hurried that pitch. 2-2. And down goes Posey. That one 95. So Garrett takes care of Buster Posey, and the batter will be Nate Shearholtz.
Right fielder, number 12.
While he was in there, Billingsley struck out 4, but he walked 4 and hit 2. Guerra has a fastball clocked as high as 96, and he hit 97 tonight. Then he has the slider, curve, and changeup, hiding the ball back of his hip. Shearholtz 0 for 2. Nate flied to left, grounded out, and was hit by a pitch. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 7th inning, they have Jerry Sands, Russ Mitchell, and then Guerra's spot. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. In the dirt. 1-2. Guerra is in his 3rd game. Two previous innings, 2 strikeouts. So he's worked 2 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, no walks. And a high fly ball to right center. Ethier looking at Kemp, and Kemp is there. 2 down. Cody Ross flied to right and walked twice, but last night the cold, hard blast occurred in the 9th inning when Cody hit a monster, almost caught the first row of the Lows way back. Cody has 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in, hitting .257. On deck, Mike Fontenot. Giants 3 runs on 6 hits. Dodgers no runs, 4 hits. Next time the Giants and the Dodgers get together will be in July, right after the All-Star break, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. The Dodgers will be in San Francisco. One and 0. Ball 2. Then after July, we wait until September, the weekend of the 9th, where the Dodgers go to San Francisco. And the last 3 games with the Giants, 20th, 21st, and 22nd of September. Making some pretty good pitches here. 2-1 the count. Dodgers, of course, as we mentioned, put Vicente Padilla on the DL today. They brought up Ramon Troncoso, but you have Broxton, Quo, and Hawksworth all banged up. So for Guerra, a golden opportunity to impress. He's been in the Dodger minor league system since 2005. He's been at Chattanooga Double-A ball the last 2 years. So he's got a big chance. Boy, is that a big league pop fly. Wow. And let's see, who will it be? Jamie Carroll. That thing would have touched the roof of the Astrodome. So the Giants go 1-2-3. Nice inning for Guerra. It's still 3-0 San Francisco. Still 3-0 in favor of the Giants. They scored in the second, third, and sixth. The Dodgers have been thoroughly shut down by Madison Bumgarner. They have not had a runner to third, and the left-hander has limited them to just 4 singles. So Jerry Sands followed by Russ Mitchell, and we'll see about Guerra's spot. Dodgers might go to the bench again. Ball 1 to Jerry Sands, fly to right and popped up to second. Jerry hitting .195. He has 10 runs batted in. That missed. Down in the Dodger bullpen, Matt Guerrier begins to loosen up. So that would mean Mattingly is thinking hitter. Down in the dugout, Deanna Navarro has a bat. Check swing for a strike, and they count 2-1. Fouled at the plate. 2-2. So Madison Bumgarner, the big left-hander, no wins and 6 losses. 3 of them were the so-called quality starts where he just didn't get any run. 2-2. Navarro is not the only fellow with a bat in his hands. Ground ball to third. James Loney has a bat in his hands. Aaron Miles has a bat in his hands. And Deanna Navarro is going to come up the steps and go into the on-deck circle. So the others will wait. So 1 away here in the 7th inning. Mitchell lined out to short and then hit one about 40 feet up along third base. Legged it out for a base hit, his first hit of the year. So he's 1 for 10. Fastball in there. Nice easy 88. Dodgers began the game 4 games back of the Giants. Colorado won. Jason Giambi hit 3 home runs, drove in 7 runs, and the Rockies beat the Phillies 7-1. So the Rockies are, for the moment, tied with the Giants. 1-1. 1-2. By the way, Giambi's 3 home run game at the age of 40 made him the second oldest player to ever hit 3 in one game. Going back to 1962 against the Mets at the old Polo Grounds, Stan the Man Musial hit 3 home runs at the age of 41. By the way, Gil Hodges pinch hit for the Mets that day. What's really ironic, Giambi, who had 3 home runs tonight, had 3 hits all season. 1-2 the count. Mitchell up there, 1 out, bases empty, 3-0 San Francisco. Still 1-2. Leona Navarro, a switch hitting catcher on deck. Navarro has just had 1 at bat where he hits right-handed. He's 0 for 1. 3 for 18 left-handed. Meanwhile, Mitchell just hacking away in the count 1-2. The pitch count not bad at all, 90 pitches, and he has 1 out in the 7th. Chad Billingsley made 108 pitches in his 6th inning. One and 2. Breaking ball missed. When you were looking at the pitches per inning, you notice the toughest inning that Bumgarner had was the first inning when he made 18 pitches, which is really not that tough. Still 2-2. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Giants. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. Dodgers still very much in the game. Could have been blown out in the 5th inning. But the Giants loaded the bases and failed to score. 2-2. Ball 3. Three and 2. Swung on and whacked to left, but Cody Ross is at the other end of it. And we have 2 down in the 7th inning. You know, you can follow the Dodgers with the MLB.com at Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You can get lively audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. So just text at Bat 31826 or visit Dodgers.com for details. Well, the Dodgers switch. They bring Navarro back into the dugout, and they send Tony Gwynn up there. So Gwynn will face a very tough left-hander on his game, and they'll save Navarro. Tony Gwynn hitting .224. He has 3 runs batted in. They look bunt, but they get a full swing. 0-1. As a pinch hitter, Tony is 2 for 6 with a walk and an RBI. Slap fly ball to left. That's where Ross was playing. So that didn't take any time at all for Madison Bumgarner. Dodgers go quickly, and at the end it's 7, 3-0 Giants. San Francisco. Dodgers, meanwhile, bring in a new pitcher, Matt Guerrier. Meanwhile, Roberto Kelly, Bruce Bochy talking for the moment to Madison Bumgarner, who has just pitched a dandy up to here. Matt Guerrier, 3rd Dodger pitcher. He had Billingsley go 6 and allow 3 runs. Guerra pitched the 7th inning, retired the side and struck out 1. And now Matt. So Guerrier will be pitching to the bottom 3 of the lineup, and that would be Fontenot, Tejada, and Bumgarner. First ball swinging, and a routine ground ball for an out. So Fontenot 1 for 3, had the double in the 2nd inning to drive in a run.
The plate, 3rd baseman Miguel Tejada.
Miguel Tejada, fly to center, fouled out, single to left, scored a run. The paid attendance is just announced, 34,248 in there. Don't forget, the Dodgers go out on the road tonight, but they'll be back Friday night the 27th against the Florida Marlins. As good a player as there is around, Hanley Ramirez and company. Little ground ball foul, 0-2. 3 with Florida and 3 with Colorado. The Rockies defeated Philadelphia 7-1. For the moment, they're tied with the Giants. Should the Giants win, they'll lead by half a game. Dodgers would fall to 5 back. Lifted foul down the line on the play. Still 0-2 to Miguel Tejada. Miggy, as they call him. Tejada has great ability, as you know. It's just a question of will he hold up all year? It's only May. Little ground ball up the middle. There's Carroll behind the bag. Ball gets away. I think Tejada might have beaten that play anyway. Carroll was running away to his left. Didn't have much on the throw. Couldn't get much on the throw. There's the off-balance throw, floating. Looked like the throw beat him. No. Take another look. We're waiting for the scorer. Yeah, it looked like he beat that throw. We're waiting for the score, and it's going to be a base hit. That's a good call. So Tejada is 2 for 4. Ball 1 to Bumgarner. Bumgarner has sacrificed twice. So a runner at first leading 3-0. They might very well ask him to dump another one. Uribe in on the grass. Nope, swinging. 1-1. Tim Flannery, the popular Tim. Everybody likes him. 1-1. Tejada at first. You're not looking for him to steal, certainly, with a pitcher up there. The Dodgers figure to take a step away from him. Tejada does have a stolen base, but he's been caught twice. He might be trying to get a jump on a bunt. I think he had to double check with Roberto Kelly as to what the bunt was, whether it's on or not. There's the bunt foul, and it's 1-2. So Bruce Bochy, former catcher in the big leagues, born in France. Bruce was born in a place called Lan de Boussac. His father was a sergeant major in the Army. And he said, as you can well imagine, his dad was really strict. There goes Tejada. Curve is low, throw is off the mark. And so Tejada at 37 steals second. Looked like it was really supposed to be a bunt and run. And the pitch, curveball was low, and the throw on the wrong side of the bag. Tejada, last year, playing for the Padres, had 2 stolen bases. His high in the big leagues, well, he had 11, but you have to go back to 2001. So Bumgarner still up there, 2-2 the count, with the Giants leading 3-0. Three runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Giants, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers, and we're in the top of the 8th. And popped up, shallow center, out goes Castro, in comes Kemp. So Bumgarner flies to center, and that'll bring up Andres Torres.
Batting next, center fielder, Andres Torres.
So Bumgarner a chance to sit down and rest. Andres Torres struck out in the first inning, singled in the third, struck out and grounded out. 2 out. When the Dodgers come up, top of the order, Carroll, Castro, and Ethier. And that's a strike. 0-1. Though Tejada still at second base with 2 out. 0-1. 0-2. We saw a couple of Dodgers with bats in their hands. One of them, James Loney, another, Dioner Navarro, and another, even Aaron Miles. Don Mattingly said Miles is a little sore. He said, I was going to try to give him a day anyway, but I wouldn't be afraid to use him. So Miles could enter the game as a hitter. Little roller, fumbled, but recovered, and that's the out. So they leave Tejada at second base. No runs, 1 hit, and at the end it's 7.5, 3-0 in favor of the Giants. Shut out through 7. The Dodgers have not been able to get a runner to third. For that matter, they've only gotten 1 runner to second. So he's really been terrific. Nice to have that note for you, huh? If you were Bumgarner, last win in the World Series. But he is so much better a pitcher than that 0-6 record. So he's facing Jamie Carroll, Juan Castro, and Andre Ethier. Right. Jamie struck out, singled to center, and grounded out. Hitting .308. Down in the Dodger bullpen, recently called up for the second time, Ramon Troncoso begins to warm up. No balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball hit the right. Schuerholz backtracking and away.
Second baseman, number 3.
Bumgarner started the game off by striking out Carroll, but he has not been turning in an overpowering game at all. Not that that's important. He's only struck out 3, but he is pitching. Castro has walked, hit into a force play, grounded out, 0 for 2 to Ron. Fastball missed. Madison now has reached 100 pitches, and that fastball dipped a little. It was 89. On deck, Andre Ethier. And that's low at 90. Boshi and Dave Righetti, the pitching coach, watching Bumgarner. And this late in the game, they get Sergio Roma up. Sergio warming up in the Giant bullpen a little bit. 2-0. In the outfield, pretty shallow. Castro, of course, never been much of a hitter, let alone a power hitter. His last home run was hit 2 years ago for the Dodgers, and a one-hopper right to Tejada. 2 down. And that'll bring up Andre Ethier. Ethier and Kemp 0 for 5 between them. Add Uribe, he has 2 for 3. Ethier flied to center, fouled out to third, grounded to short. Hitting .320 with 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. And that's a strike. Coming into the game, Ethier was only hitting .167 against Bumgarner anyway. So he's 1 for 9 in his career against him. And they figure to be facing each other for years. 0-2. Dodgers, by the way, have been shut out 3 times at home. A line drive right back into Bumgarner's glove. Down go the Dodgers. 1, 2, 3, 8 in a row retired. And at the end of 8, it's 3-0 Giants. Giants started in the second inning. Posey doubled, and then Fontenot doubled to score him. 1-0 Giants. Bumgarner in the third inning doubled and scored from third on the fly ball by Freddie Sanchez. And then in the sixth inning, after Tejada was at third, Sanchez delivered again, a base hit to center, and that's it. So the Giants, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. A magnificent effort for young Madison Bumgarner. No runs, 4 hits for the Dodgers, who are on the edge of being shut out for the 4th time at home. Ramon Troncoso will be the 4th Dodger pitcher. Ramon has been up and down from Los Angeles to Albuquerque. When he was sent out, his earned run average was 20. He had only worked a couple of innings. 2 years ago, Troncoso had a wonderful sinker. And then all of a sudden, he lost it. When he had the good sinker, his earned run average was 2.7. Since losing it, his ERA is 4.3, and then, of course, earlier this year. Little foul. Here comes Mitchell, and they get Sanchez. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the ninth, they'll have Matt Kemp, Juan Uribe, and Rod Barajas. Bumgarner, sitting quietly in the Giant dugout, has made 106 pitches. And from the looks of things, he's going to give it his best shot to go the distance. Ball one. Aubrey Huff struck out, flied to left, flied to right, grounded to second. Aubrey 0 for 4, hitting .222. That's in there. 1-1. Dodgers for the year have been shut out 4 times, 3 times at home. Little roller foul, 1-2. Roberto Kelly tossing that and a good catch. One and two. Huff with Posey on deck. Two and two. Troncoso, 6'2", 200-pounder, 28 years old, from the Dominican. Do you remember Rafael Landis-Stoy? He played for the Dodgers. Landis-Stoy is the middle name for Ramon Troncoso. His mother was such a big baseball fan, admired infielder Rafael Landis-Stoy, that she gave Ramon the middle name. He said, when I call my mom, it's like talking to a scout. 3-2 the count. Ramon's mom is a teacher. His father is a farmer who never had much to do with baseball, but he helped feed the passion of Ramon to play the game. Bought him a lot of baseball equipment. Hard ground ball taken to the bag by Mitchell. And we have 2 down, top of the 9th inning, and the batter will be Buster Posey.
For the Giants, number 28, Buster Posey.
The Giants have had 3 singles since the 3rd inning, but they're leading 3-0. The Dodgers have had an infield single in the last 4 innings. Posey has doubled, scored a run, hit by a pitch, walked, and struck out. Ball 1. That's in there. 1-1. Just to refresh your memory, Rafael Landis-Stoy paid for the Dodgers in 1977, 1983, and 1984. Two and one the count. And that's a shot backhanded by Uribe. Boy, he's been playing a great third base. So the Giants go 1-2-3, and we're heading for the bottom of the 9th, and so is Madison Bumgarner, leading 3-0. 0-0 as he warms up for the bottom of the ninth inning. He's made 108 pitches. In fact, subtract 2, 106. Struck out 3, walked 2. Has not really been in any trouble. The Dodgers have not had 2 men on base in any inning. They've had only 1 man get as far as second. That was Russ Mitchell in the 5th. And he's just been sailing along, not overpowering, just being a true major league pitcher. Matt Kemp can attest to that. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Fouled away. 0-1. Matt hitting .321. 9 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Flied to right, grounded to third, and walked. On deck, Juan Uribe. Fouled away. 0-2 the count to Matt Kemp. Another foul ball. Throwing nice and easy. Bumgarner hits 90 on the gun. He's been throwing effortlessly since the game began when he struck out Carroll to lead it off. 0-2. And a foul ball out of play. And that was 92. So you're doing awfully well if you can hit 92 in the 9th inning. His career high is 8 innings, including his 8 shutout innings of his World Series start, which was his last win. He's had 11 0-2 counts, and he has only struck out 3. And a drive to right and deep. Shearholz, however, has a play. Nate makes it. So Kemp out to right field, 1 down. That's also the 9th man in a row retired by Bumgarner. The last Dodger to get on was Kemp, who walked back in the 6th inning. So here's Uribe, singled off the glove of Tejada, who made a great effort to get him but couldn't do it. Single to left, struck out, 2 for 3, hitting .226. (0-1) to Juan Uribe. That's a strike at the knee. When he struck out in the 6th inning, he went after a fastball that might have been even above his shoulders. So we'll see what Bumgarner does this time. 0-2. It's the 12th 0-2 count he's had tonight. No runs, 4 hits. All singles. 2 of them never left the infield. One by Mitchell that traveled about 40 feet. And the other by Uribe off Tejada. Little fly ball. Angling out is Sanchez and calling. And the Dodgers are down to their last out. So for the Dodgers, Rod Barajas coming up. They are 1 out away from being shut out for the 4th time at home and the 5th time this year. So it's a big night for Madison Bumgarner. The ghosts of Halloween. He's made 115 pitches, and this pitch will be a new career high for him. Barajas, 3 fly balls. Dodgers will head for Chicago and the White Sox and then the Astros. And they'll be back here with Florida on the 27th. 3 with Florida and 3 with Colorado. So for the Dodgers, they had not an easy time, but they played a lot of teams with less than winning records. Now they're getting in the deep water against the good clubs. When they come back after facing the Giants in Milwaukee, they'll face Florida, Colorado. They'll then go out on the road and play Cincinnati and Philadelphia, and then Colorado, and then come home to Cincinnati again. And in case you missed it, the Reds are playing very well. They've won 8 of the last 10, and they're atop the heap in the Central. So the Dodgers unable to capitalize against the weaker teams, and now they face the tough ones. 3-0 in there. Bumgarner has walked 2, Castro in the first inning, Kemp in the 6th. And he goes 3-1 to Barajas. Fastball, fly ball, shallow left, trouble, and it's going to drop. So the Dodgers get their first hit since the 5th inning. Little pop fly single. Barajas goes 1 for 4. Hit number 5 for the Dodgers, and the batter Jerry Sand. So Bumgarner has now made 120 pitches. So he has to be pushing it right now. 2 out. They're not going to hold Barajas. Fastball whacked into left center field. Back to the track as Torres is going to be off the wall. Here comes Barajas to score on the long double by Jerry Sand, and it's 3-1 Giants. For Jerry Sand, interestingly enough, he has 16 hits. 9 of them are doubles. And down in the bullpen, Brian Wilson is warming up, and here comes Bruce Bochy. So with 2 out, a pop fly single and a long double to left center for Jerry Sand gets the Dodgers on the board. Russ Mitchell is due to bat, but he's not going to hit. 121 pitches made by Bumgarner. A tremendous effort by the young left-handers. He can only win, and it'll be up to the beard, and we'll be back. Madison Bumgarner in the middle, and looking like he's out of a scene from the Da Vinci Code is Tim Lincecum. Meanwhile, the beard is here, and that means Brian Wilson facing Jay Gibbons with 2 out, runner at second, 3-1 Giants. And ball 1. The crowd finally having a chance to make some noise. They've been sitting on their hands all night. 34,248. Dodgers shut out until they break through here in the ninth. Sands doubled in the run. And ball 2 to Gibbons. On deck for the Dodgers, James Loney. Brian Wilson facing Gibbons only once, struck him out. 2-0 to Jay. 2-1. 2 out. Kemp flied to right. Uribe popped up. Barajas a fly ball single to shallow left. And then Sands doubled off the left center field wall to drive him in. Remember last night Brian Wilson had to work hard. He made 29 pitches last night. And he's right back at it. And ball 3. Now let's see, should Gibbons get on? How about Jay Loney? James is 2 for 11 with a home run in the past against Brian Wilson. 3-1. The trio of pitchers watching Brian, who has rescued all of them, and Bruce Bochy. 3-1 to Gibbons. And ball 4, and the tying runs are aboard. So Loney will now come up and bat for Troncoso. Sands at second, Gibbons at first. Wilson making 29 tough pitches last night. Came in the 8th inning and gave up a couple of hits and a run. And he also gave up a hit in the 9th inning last night. So here's Loney with 2 on, 2 out, 3-1 Giants. And ball 1. Brian is one of those players who doesn't take the bus to the ballpark. He was here about 2:30 today, sitting in the clubhouse. And ball 2. Wilson came into the game 4-1 with 22 strikeouts and 12 walks. And 3. Wilson, a tower of strength for the Giants. Coming in again to try and save them. Jamie Carroll tuning up on deck. And everybody up here in the ballpark. 3-0 to Loney. And a strike. When Brian made the 29 pitches last night, he struck out the pinch hitter Mitchell. Three and 1 to Loney. 2 on, 2 out, 1 in. 3-1 Giants. And ball 4 to load the bases. Dave Righetti going out trying to fix the machinery. Though Brian Wilson has come in and walked 2. Bases loaded, 2 out. Jamie Carroll will be the batter. Carroll against Wilson, 1 for 4 going into the series. Jamie faced him last night and hit a comebacker right back at it. Aaron Miles is now out on deck. So the Dodgers have loaded the bases with 2 out in the 9th inning. Sands at third. Gibbons is the important guy. He's the tying run at second, and Loney at first. And a strike. The Dodgers have been, to use the word, bad with bases loaded this year. They are 3 for 34. That's a batting average with the bases loaded of .088. 0-1. 1-1. Wilson has made 12 pitches, so he's made 41 pitches last night and tonight collectively. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball hit foul down the right field line. So the Dodgers now down to their last strike. Carroll in the past 1 for 4, 0 for 1 against Wilson last night. So he is 1 for 5, striking out 3 of those 5 at bats. 1-2. 2-2. In the inning with 2 out, Barajas a fly ball single. Sands doubled off the center field wall, scoring Barajas. That was all. They took out Bumgarner, and Gibbons walked and Loney walked to load the bases. 2-2. So the deuces are wild, and the Dodgers are down by 2. And it's going to be hit into right field. A diving, sprawling catch by Nate Shearholtz saves the game. Nate Shearholtz making that diving catch to take a hit away from Jamie Carroll and stop the Dodgers dead in their tracks. Looked like Jamie had the hit. Here comes Nate, and he holds on to it. Game-saving catch. The Giants wind up 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. And the Giants leave town 5 games in front of the Dodgers, who leave town tonight and head for Chicago. Don't forget, the Dodgers home Friday night, the 27th of May against Florida. Stay tuned for Dodgers Live coming up next. Good night, everybody.